Alright, welcome back. So, a subscriber, Tim Smith, asked if I could show how to make these box calls. I'm not gonna make one, but I'll talk about it a little bit and what I'm doing when I do make one. So, we'll take a look here. So I've made a bunch of these calls over the years. I give some away. This one here is the one I use, and it is black walnut. And this one is also black walnut with one side is purple heart. So it gives a it's got a different tone on each side. I just finished this one. Well, mostly finished. It's not all sanded out and sealed or anything, but it's functional. And on the walnut side, we get that sound. And on the purple heart side, we get a higher pitch, I guess. I've never dimensioned these or measured them. They're quite a bit different. I think this one's about 13 inches long, and this one probably, I don't know, 10 altogether. This one, well, let's see. I'll go over some of the things I do. I've made them much smaller too. So, narrower in this dimension, shorter than this, maybe about that long, 4 or 5 inches long in the box. I don't think any of that's really critical. The things that are is you got to have some kind of wood that has enough friction, and I use rosin like baseball players will use. I use rosin on these to get them to squeak. I know some guys they'll use chalk, but I think rosin works better. And as far as any kind of dimension, this is about the biggest I would make. I would, it's going to be loud, so it's going to be kind of a long range locating call. It does the yelps. You can do the yelps, clucks, and purrs. And then this type with the paddle wider than the lips on the call, you can gobble. Or this kind here, I made it so it didn't make any noise when I didn't want it to, so I made the paddle sit between these two edges here. And then I think this was the very first one I ever made, and I kept it for myself and used it for many years now. But when I make these, I'll cut this shape here out, so you see that part, and that this might even be glued up. I think there's a flat piece here, and then this piece here comes down, and then the two sides are glued on. And then on this one, this handle piece comes up, back down, over, and back up. So that's 1, 2, 3 pieces, and this is number 4. So either way, it doesn't matter. You get a nice flat gluing surface and clamp it up. I used, on this one I used Gorilla Glue, and I think I used some epoxy on this, and then I might have sealed this with super glue on the outside surfaces. What else to say? I've made them out of mahogany. It's a good wood. It's got a good amount of friction. Some of the other things to think about. Let's see. So I have a access to a disc sander, and if you look at this angle here, the glue joint, we can see it on this side really good. It's about 87 degrees, or I'm sorry, 83 or 7 degrees. And then when I sanded the outside off of when the bottom was flat, the outside was at 4 degrees. So this included angle here on each side is about 3. And you don't want to go too thin. They'll start chipping out on you. But one thing I like to do, I like to have the grain in the paddle, the edge grain, as much as possible. So ideally, you see these grain lines, if we could get them coming this way. So we have the edge grain, and then on these sides here, if we can, we want the grain, you can see right here, we want the grain to run this way on these. And I think that gives a better condition for friction, and maybe a better tone on the side, rather than if the grain ran this way. It's just kind of a theory I have. And then the bottom doesn't have to have, the bottom of the paddle doesn't have to have too much radius in it. It has to have some, but what I'll do is, once I get this all glued up and I grind it down to this basic shape, I'll leave a little wall back here. I'll come and take most of this out right down to that surface almost. I don't want this to be able to get in here and crack the side off. So that's the reason for rounding the corner. But you want to take a piece of sandpaper, and we'll adjust this screw so we're kind of hitting, the paddle's hitting in the center here, or thereabouts. I don't know if you can really tell, but so well, at first I'll take a piece of sandpaper and I'll lay it on here with the abrasive side down, and I'll shape these two edges with that, just by moving it across with the sandpaper. And then I'll reverse the sandpaper and lay it with the abrasive side up, and then I'll work this paddle on there, and that gets the two sides to match up. The screw on this one is it's running into a nylock nut that I glued with super glue into this piece here. Other than that, that's all That's all there really is to it. Let's say I have different sizes, different wood on each side on some of them, so that you never know what Tom's going to respond to. This one is just a wood screw that is a tight fit in there. And get my adjustment, and that's about it. So that's about all there is to that. I hope it helps some. It's like I say, I've never dimensioned these out. I just kind of go by eye, and I got a piece of wood so big here, and I got enough for this piece and the pedal and the sides, and I've made them where they're maybe that wide and maybe just about this long, but they make sounds good enough to fool a turkey, and that's all I really care about. And any comments, questions, hit me up in the comment section, and thanks for stopping by.